Hey guys, welcome back to another GTA Online video. My name is Saintsfan, and today a new vehicle was released alongside a bunch of other stuff. What you're seeing right here is a little trailer they made for the new vehicle, the Declasse Draugur. And as the title of this video suggests, it is now the best off-road vehicle in the game. It does have some quirks, which we'll go over, but before we get to that, we'll quickly run through the newswire here because we got some interesting stuff. Buried stashes, freaking dead people. Max Payne, is that Max Payne? And also the Cayo Perico races were released today. So let's go over that real quick before we do hop into the vehicle. So today, the Cayo Perico series, it introduced 10 new races on the Cayo Perico island. They are paying out double money, but I mean, even with all the increased payouts, they still suck, like as far as money goes. So you're not playing these to really make money. You're just playing them to enjoy racing on the Cayo Perico island. I did one of them. It's kind of fun. I still have the FPS issues though on my PC. I don't know if that's fixed on the console. Also, it is a little annoying, especially in the land races when you're driving and like all of these foliage things are indestructible. You think you can run through it or over it, and no. So that's a little annoying, but overall I think it's kind of cool. There's like a couple of land races, some air races, bunch of water races, so there's a good variety. I guess also if you play, you get a t-shirt. And also we'll get into this in the actual part where we're talking about the vehicle, but you have to play 10 of these, I think, to get the trade price for the Draugur. So it's a little bit of a grind if you want to knock, I think it's like 400k off. Of course, the new vehicle though, we'll come to that in a second. You do get a free, you get a hat. So if you spend like the $2 million it costs, you get a freaking hat. Thanks, Rockstar. Cool. Now the buried stashes, I'm going to be doing a separate video on this because these are a little bit more in depth, but they do have these things that spawn, these bodies that spawn. You can pick up a metal detector and you can go to the Cayo Perico and start finding the loot. But again, we'll come back to that probably in a video later today. On the dealership, these are the new vehicles. They actually put the Sterling GT in here, even though at the moment, and probably for the next couple of months, it is completely bulletproof. Doesn't look like it, but Rockstar messed up, and it is completely bulletproof. No one or no person, no NPC can shoot you out of it with a gun. So it's not like you couldn't buy it on the website, but it's just funny how they're sort of advertising here. The other vehicles, you can see kind of cool. On the luxury auto showroom, you get these two vehicles, the Autark and the Torero XO. So sure, cool. The Cypher's on the podium. The car meet, we have the Ocelot Swinger. You just have to, it says weave a path of victory 3 days in a row. So you have to finish first. I don't know. As for the bonuses, what are we getting this week? It says all special cargo are available for 30% off. So that's not terrible. Also, if you complete an executive office source cargo mission, you'll get 150k. So that's not bad. Oh, and then I guess if you are sourcing special cargo via the network, the prices are halved. Cool. So basically just special cargo week. And then the discounts, anything decent, 60% off the carbon is already. That's, I mean, it's an old vehicle, literally since the game started. So I guess it's okay. 50% off loungewear, 30% off the cargo warehouses if you want to move, 50% off the 811, and here's all the other vehicles. Anything good? Doesn't look like it. Ammo, 30% off, not bad. Bunkers also 40% off. You've been looking to move around. FMJ is probably one of the better looking cars in the game, so that's not terrible. But yeah, all these other ones are okay. And yeah, that's it. So the newswire, not anything crazy. Jumping into that vehicle though, let's talk about it. So the price of the vehicle, the buy it now price you can see is 1.8 million, basically 1.9 mil. And the trade price is 1.4 mil. So if you want to knock off about 500k, you can get the trade price. But again, it is going to require some work from what I've seen. You have to do 10 of those Cayo Perico races. I don't think you need to win them. I just think you need to participate in them. But that is what you have to do. And that might be a little annoying. So I don't know, up to you, but 1.9 mil, pretty expensive. What do you get for that price? I will say, pretty damn good car. an ugly car. I don't think anyone can dispute that, but it is pretty good. Just quickly, as always, running through the customization. I mean, we're not going in depth with the customization. I will say it does not, at least in my opinion, have as good of customization as some of the other good off-road vehicles, like the Camacho, for instance. I think the Camacho is still one of my favorite off-road vehicles just because it looks good, customizes well, and handles off-roading great. This one, I guess just because of the nature of the look of it, its customization is slightly lacking. I mean, it still has a decent amount of options. They're not the greatest. You can remove the little wheels in the back if you desired as well. Although you cannot change the doors. Like, you can't put actual doors on. It's always going to be these little things. There's different variants of them, of course, but you're not going to actually be able to make this like a normal car. Also, the liveries on this are terrible. I don't know, like, I don't know what they were doing, but these liveries are horrendous. So definitely, you probably are going to be staying clear of those. Does have some cool other options though. You have a snorkel, which, as you'll find out, of course, does not work. You have some cool exhaust options. You can actually change the seat color, although what's a little weird in here in the car meet, it didn't give me the trim color, but I guess if you went to another like LSC or something, it would give you a trim color in addition to the primary and the secondary, and that trim color apparently does actually change the seat color. So that's something if you wanted to check it out, or if you wanted to do, sure, go ahead. But yeah, as far as customization, like I said, I mean, it's got some decent stuff. I wouldn't classify it as great though. But I mean, overall, it's pretty solid for what you're getting, or for what you're paying for. But honestly, the customization isn't even like what matters with this vehicle, because driving it is actually fun. This thing is fast. I mean, look, doesn't make sense from what Rockstar's done in the past, but I'm taking it. Just driving it around, you got some speed. And the best part, this thing handles incredibly well. The traction is insane on this vehicle. We'll switch to single player here just so we can do some official testing without the, NPCs and stuff. As far as the top speed, just driving it on, this road here, which we normally drive it on, we got up to close to 135-ish miles an hour, which is nuts for a truck in this game. Like, other sports and supercars sometimes barely hit 130 miles an hour, and we're doing it in an off-road vehicle. So the speed is incredible. Also, because of the suspension and everything, you're not going to really be flying around too often with bumps. Like, bumps are not a concern for this particular vehicle. And also, driving it at those top speeds, turning this vehicle, it almost barely loses any of the speed like when you are turning it. I guess that's because the traction is so good. Like, a lot of the times, I'm not even using the brake to turn. I'm just literally using the stick because it just does so well. So yeah, as far as speed and handling, just driving it around in the city, honestly, surprisingly, this is one of the better cars I think Rockstar's released in recent times. It's easy and it's fun. But that is not even where this car shines. Because of course, you bring this off-road, and I don't think many other vehicles will beat this. Maybe, like I said, the Camacho, or I don't know. Honestly, the Camacho is probably one of the only other vehicles that could compare with this. And I think this one, it's just even better because it just goes faster and it seems more powerful. I mean, one of the tests I like to do with the off-road vehicles is driving straight up Mount Chiliad. And I mean, this thing handles it with a breeze. I even put snow on at a certain point, and it's almost like the snow's not even there. Like, it's actually crazy. This thing might be one of the best vehicles for snow when that does come back in like a couple months. But if you do love driving stuff off-road, you cannot go wrong with this. I guess maybe it's a little expensive. I don't know how much it compares to like the Camacho and some of these other vehicles, but yeah, 1.9 mil, that is quite a bit. Maybe it's worth it to do the trade price, to do all those races, just grind those out, and to get it for 1.4. I think 1.4 mil is a fantastic price for this vehicle. Really the only downside is it's just so damn ugly. And I know that may be a hard thing for some people. Hell, it's a hard thing for me just because the Camacho looks so good, and then they got this. I know it's based off of like an IRL car that looks similar, but in the game, it looks weird. I guess if you can get over how weird it looks, you're getting a fantastic vehicle for any situation. And that's probably the best part about it. It's good for the city. It's good for driving off-road. I mean, anytime you're driving, this is just going to be good. I mean, we all do the thing where it tells you on the mini-map, you know, follow this purple line, but we never follow it. You end up going off-road and stuff. This would be the perfect vehicle to do that, because no matter where you're going, you're not going to be frustrated. You're going to be having a good time. Now, some of those negative quirks, like I said at the beginning, unfortunately, you know, Rockstar, why do they even put snorkels on vehicles if they don't work? I don't know. But yeah, it's pretty bad. Hell, the snorkel, I don't even think is even underwater and the car gets destroyed. So don't go anywhere near the water. Maybe that is another downside. But apart from that, honestly, this thing is pretty solid. The lights are also pretty strong. So I don't know if anyone plays in super dark environments or their brightness is just super low, but the lights on this actually do provide a ton of light at night. So that's another good thing. But yeah, overall, I would say this is one of the better cars they've added. It's just, yeah, it's unfortunate that it just looks the way it does. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Do you guys think this is a good pickup or not? I mean, if you like off-roading, I think you almost have to pick this up. If not, I guess maybe you could probably wait, you know, because I'm sure this will go on sale in like 2, 3, 4 weeks. And maybe you could pick it up at a discount. But I do think this is a great vehicle to eventually own. Anyway, that's going to do it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. And yeah, let us know your thoughts on this vehicle in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you all in the next one.